Hi there, I'm Lauren and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Sweet Smiling Soul, where I talk about all things sewing. Today we are working on the second part of the Playtime Storybook, which is creating the tea party room and the cozy corner. So I suggest you follow along with the PDF instructions, which has all the measurements for each step of the process, and then use this video as an extra visual to guide you along the way. So I've got my panel here with the interfacing on the back, and I've got my pattern pieces cut out over to the side here. So some of these include the little extras that you would make at the end, like the little cups and the cake. But we're going to start by placing the furniture pieces and the main elements on the base first, and then we'll get to the little extras later. So I've got a few supplies here, just my pins, scissors, some embroidery thread and a needle. Got a glue stick here that I might use for just the smaller pieces like the bunting and the books that we put on the bookshelf, but you can also use something like heat and bond. If I'm using heat and bond, I use this, which is the light sewable version, and I just stick some of that on the back of the smaller pieces just to secure them before I stitch around the edge. But if you're in a rush and you just want to make things easy, you could use a glue stick before stitching around the edges of the books. Embroidery is an option. I'm going to embroider a little string in between the bunting flags, but you could also draw that on with some fabric pens. There's no right or wrong. You can really get creative in your own way. Another thing that I've kind of already prepped and done was I embroidered a little flower. I've just embroidered that on top of a piece of fabric that's got some interfacing pressed on the back, and I'm going to use that as the picture that goes in my picture frame. But you could cut out a flower from some fabric that you might have. I know people have put photos on their frames before. They've cut out photos and then covered them in a little bit of plastic. There are so many ways you can get creative with this. I'm just going to stick with this, and I'm going to place that in the living room where the cozy corner is. I've got all my pieces here, and if my pieces look a little bit different to yours, that's because I've probably updated the pattern to be a little bit less fiddly. If you're looking for a full list of everything that you need, just check the instructions for this section of the project. Everything's listed there. I'm going to put my cozy corner pieces aside. I usually fold it in half to show me where the center fold will be, and then I just make sure that I'm not putting anything over that center fold, so you might want to do the same thing. So we know where the center fold is now. Now we're going to take the little table. So I've got a little ruler here to help me measure where I place the table. We're going to have it 2 centimeters up from the bottom edge, so that's about there, and I'll just bring it down a little bit, and then I've got it about 6 centimeters, I believe, in from the side. So the table leg is about 6 centimeters, so that's how I'm going to measure it. And if you're going off the edge of the little table, it's about 5 centimeters in from the edge. Again, there's no right or wrong, as long as it's away from the edges and, you know, roughly centered. That's the main thing. So I've got it placed there, and I think before I stitch it, I'm going to just put a little bit of glue on the back of my legs just so that they're secure. Just going to do that quickly. So from here, I'm going to stitch around the whole thing. So I think I'm going to stitch around the circle first, and then I'll stitch along my legs. I'll start at the top, and I'm going to stitch close to the edge. So sort of make sure that I'm just a couple of millimeters in. So the tabletop has been stitched on, and now I'm going to do the legs. And I'm just going to start at the top right edge. So I'm just going to come around the 3 edges and then finish there. So you can see I've stitched around the edge there and around this edge, and I'll do the same for that last leg, and then we'll move on to the next step. So now I'm going to place the bookshelf about 6.5 centimeters down from the top edge, so about here, and about 2.5 centimeters, about there roughly, just wherever you like really, as long as it's away from the edge. 6.5, it's about 2.5 inches, and then 1 inch in. So I think I'll use my glue stick again and just put a little bit of glue on either end. While I'm here, I think I might start gluing the little books and lamp in place as well, and then I'll do it all at once. So I've got 1 book, 2 and 3. So I think I'll place it just on the edge there, 1 on an angle again. And I've got the lamp here as well, so I could place that there like that. So I've placed the lamp about 1 centimetre in from the edge of the shelf, and then I've put the lampshade on top, and the lampshade is about 2 centimetres down from the top edge. Then I've got my books just next to it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on these now so that they stay when I start sewing. Kind of just overlapping the lampshade a little bit over the base like that, and then when I stitch it down it should sit nicely. So now I'm going to stitch around all of these edges and secure everything into place. So the bookshelf and the books and the lamp have all been stitched down. Now I'm going to work on the bunting. So I'll take my triangle bunting pieces. So I've got 5 bunting pieces. So I'm going to start with the first flag being about 2 centimetres in from the edge, then the last flag as well being about 2 centimetres down from the top edge, and I'll just place them evenly, and I think I'll use my glue stick again just to secure them before stitching down. Now I'm going to stitch around all of these edges. So I've stitched on the bunting flags, and now I'm going to stitch some string in between each flag so it looks like they're connected. So I'm going to start with just drawing with an erasable pen, and then I'll stitch with this embroidery thread. So I'm just going to do a back stitch. So the bunting flag is now finished. I've stitched in between each flag, and I'm gonna say that the tea party is finished for now because all the main elements have been stitched to the page, and the extras I'll make in a separate video all together with the extras from the whole book. So you can have a look at that when you're ready to make the tea party extras and the teddy bear. So now we're going to move on to the next page, which is the Cosy Corner. So I've got my pieces here. I've got my rug, I've got my picture frame, I've got the plant pot and some leaves, and you can cut them out the way that I have, or you can make them a little bit different, and it's up to you too. You can, with the plant pot, you can fold in the seams if you like, or add some seam allowance and then fold in the seams if you don't want to have like a raw edge on the fabric. I'm just going to leave it raw because that's kind of like a theme that I have going throughout the books. So I'm going to keep all my edges raw, and then I've got some felt pieces here for the opening, and this is the backing. I'll just put these little ones aside. I'm going to place my backing piece 3 centimeters up from the edge, or 3 centimeters down from the top edge. So that's about just a little bit over an inch. So I'm going to make sure that it's in from the center fold and that there's enough room for me to put the little pot plant there later. So I might even bring it over a little bit more. So you want it centered, but like not too centered, because we know we're going to chop off about 1 centimeter on this side. It kind of needs to be in between that seam allowance and the center fold. It needs to be in the center. And then if we place like the rug over the top and the doorway like that, we can tell that everything's in from the bottom edge and also the side edge, so it's not going to get chopped off. I think that's where I'll place everything. So I'm happy with where the back of the tent is for now. So I'll just move these and I'll pin that down. So now I'm going to take it to my machine and stitch around all of these edges. So the back of the tent's been stitched on, and now I'm going to put the rug down. So I'm going to place it so that it's just slightly hanging over the bottom edge of the first layer, and center it and make sure that it's all straight. So it's about 2 centimeters up from the bottom edge. Pin it in place like that, and then I'm going to sew around the edge. So that's all been stitched down. So I'm going to place the openings so that the left side is the first one and then the right one is kind of overlapping on top, and I want to make sure that the points meet up and that it's just kind of hanging over and covering up the base of the tent you can see there. And I'm only going to sew around the diagonal edges so that it kind of flaps open. I found it easier to stitch starting at the corner just so that I could make sure that the point was going to remain pointy and it wasn't going to shift. So you might find that if you go along here and then down, it might move. So it's probably best to just go from the point up the top down, and then from the point up the top down onto the other side. So that's what I'm going to do now. And I've just left this kind of open so that it looks like it can open up and the doll can go inside. Before I stitch the picture frame onto the base, I'm gonna stitch the picture onto my frame and then I'll kind of stitch it down all together. So I've stitched my picture onto the frame and now I'm going to stitch the frame onto the base about 3.5 centimeters in from the side edge and about 2.5 down from the top edge. It's up to you where you want to place it, just as long as it's away from the edge again. And then I'm gonna pin that, make sure that it stays, and then stitch around all 4 edges. So I've stitched down the picture frame and now I'm going to stitch down the pot for the pot plant. So I've placed it about 4 centimeters up from the corner of the teepee and it's in from the centerfold. You can place it wherever it fits on your page, but you just want to make sure that it's not overlapping the centerfold. And I'm going to use my glue stick again and just kind of make sure that that stays in place before I start sewing. So again, I've left my edges raw and I'm just going to stitch close to the edge, but it's up to you if you want to fold your seams in. And then I've also got my leaves here. So you might have cut them out the way it is on the pattern, but you can also cut them to be the size that you want. So if they're too big on your page here, you might want to trim them down a little bit. So I'm going to place them kind of like that on an angle a bit. And I think I'm also going to just glue these down temporarily so that I can get the positioning right. There's no right or wrong way. However you want your plant to look. So that's like that. So now I'm going to take it to my machine and I'm going to stitch around all of the edges. So the pot plant and the leaves have all been stitched down now. Before I call this finished, I am going to add a little pocket here because there is enough space there. I've got some interfacing that I'm going to press onto this bit of fabric here and I'm going to use that to create a little pocket to store the cake and the little teacups in. So I'm going to do that now. What I'll do is press the interfacing on the back and then I'll fold in the top seam, then I'll stitch that down and then I'll fold in the bottom, the side edges and the bottom edge, and then I'll stitch it onto the page at around that position. So I've stitched along that top edge there and now I've just folded in the side seams and the bottom seam. I'm going to place it so that it's 1 centimeter in from the center fold and about 1 centimeter above the table. You can place it wherever really. Depends how much space you've got and how your flags are sitting as well. I think that's where I'm going to keep mine. So I've stitched close to the edge on those 3 sides and now we have a little pocket here. So we have now finished section 2 of the Playtime Storybook. So we've got the tea party room and the cozy corner. So I'm going to create a separate video for the little extras that you can add for the tea party room, which will have the teddy bear and the little piece of cake and the teacups, and you can store them in this little pocket here as well. For the extras for the cozy corner, you can follow the steps in the PDF instructions. You can create a blanket and a cushion and a little book if you like. It's totally up to you on what extras you want to add for the Playtime Storybook. So I hope you enjoyed sewing the tea party and the cozy corner together. If you have any questions, comment below. I'm happy to help you. You can also email hello@sweetsmilingsoul.com and ask any questions you might have. So in the next video, we're going to be working on the outdoor scene that later becomes the center fold of the Playtime Storybook, and that is the slippery slide and the paddling pool. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.